What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. It is time for the 2015 review of Shadows in the Night by Bob Dylan. Now, before I jump right into this review, this channel has been created for 6 years, and big gigantic thank you to each and every single one of you that enjoys my content and just to click that subscribe button, because it means a lot to me, like I said, from my 1000 subscribers video. Thank you all so much. Truly appreciate it deeply. But anyways, this is Bob Dylan's 36th studio album, and the follow-up to that is Tempest, which came out in 2012. And this is an album that is a covers album, and it has 10 tracks, and the album isn't really long. It's up to about 35 minutes in length. Maybe, I can't remember. And this is an album that are all covered by Frank Sinatra, Frank Sinatra covers. And Bob Dylan decided to do all of these songs and to cover these tracks with his voice and with various musicians to back him up for the music. So anyways, as many of you guys know, I am a massive Bob Dylan fan. I've been a big fan of him since 2013. Yeah, I know I haven't been a Bob Dylan fan so much more earlier. Bob Dylan had been one of my very top influences for my music and songwriting, and he's one of my biggest favorite musicians of all time. And I do love a lot of his albums. Examples, like Blonde on Blonde, The Basement Tapes, Nashville Skyline, Highway 61 Revisited. Others, I think Bob Dylan is the greatest solo singer-songwriter ever, and as many of you guys will know, that he is my favorite lyricist as well. So anyways, this is an album that I actually enjoyed quite a bit. It's not one of my major favorite Bob Dylan albums. Surely he's made tons and tons of other albums. This is an album that some Dylan fans would like, and some Dylan fans that wouldn't like. So it's just up to anyone's taste. But I enjoyed this album. I think it's quite a decent listen. Instrumentation-wise of this album is mostly very, very calm and smooth, and it's bringing some a relaxing type of tone, and it just flows perfectly. Bob Dylan's vocals on this album surprised me quite a bit, and some people wouldn't say that Dylan can't really sing, but I can say that I think that Bob Dylan can sing. The vocals that he did on this album, it isn't one of those let it out powerful and slurry type of vocals, not like he did that from the 60s and other albums. On this album, he sings quite a really calm and smooth type of vocals, and I think it just delivers really quite well. And I know that that he's in his mid-70s of age, but Bob Dylan is really one of these musicians that is so important. I mean, there's just so many things you could really talk about Bob Dylan, from the way that he sings, to the music, to his songwriting, to the direction of his music, just anything. So I think his vocals on this album are quite spot on, actually. Production-wise of this album, I actually like it a lot, and the production is done by Bob Dylan himself, and he did the production of other albums too, examples like Love and Theft, Tempest, of course, and a couple of other albums as well. So if you are a big Bob Dylan fanatic, I would recommend this album to you guys, and let me know what you guys think of this album in the comments below if you've checked out this album already. The packaging is quite unique as well. I mean, it isn't really special. It's quite like one of those old presented designs of vinyls, and the cover art of the front and the back is made out of cardboard instead of paper. No booklet, which I'm a bit disappointed from it, but nonetheless, I think Shadows in the Night is still a pretty cool album by Bob Dylan. So there isn't really much to say about this album. I mean, you know, everyone knows Bob Dylan. And, you know, he's just been highly influential and massively successful by tons of his albums. So, yeah. Songs themselves on this album are really smooth, like I said, and quite relaxing to listen to. Bob Dylan suits the music quite perfectly from the way that he sings. And, you know, let me know what you guys think of this album. So that's just really all I've got to say about Shadows in the Night by Bob Dylan. I know this review is short, but I just want to get this one out of the way since this album's been released about a month ago or something. So yeah, I would give Shadows in the Night by Bob Dylan, I would say an 8 out of 10. It is a decent listen. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more of these reviews in the near future.